You like potatoes that have been cooking with a pot roast? Yeah, that could be good. I agree with that. I actually want to pick up a slow cooker. I got enough points to spend at work. For those who don't understand, we give out something called Bravo points at work. And when you get a certain amount of them, you can spend them on things. And then the only amount of money you actually spend on the item is the tax. Or, I think 30% of the product and the tax. So the slow cooker they have on their site is about $280 normally, but after using Bravo points, I can get it for about $70. So I was considering that. Also want to get a smoothie maker. Right now I'm at a bit of a fight with myself though, because I want to teach myself how to cook and I want to get all these appliances to do so. But I also want to spend money on my stream, and right now my stream is winning out in terms of what I'm spending money on. Fortunately, any money gotten from the stream is going back into the stream right now.
Yeah, same.
So, Adenium, Magma, you should know Wintrig from my stream. She's one of my mods. I don't know if you guys follow her, but I recommend following her. She's good people.
Thanks. I recommend following me too.
Do you have all 10 of your flowers?
What?
Do you have all
Yeah.
10? Okay, I need 2 more.
Also, I'm pretty sure they don't follow me.
Adenium says she's nice. Yeah, well, I highly recommend you guys give her your support, because she's actually been streaming longer.
A million things, so, you know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Wintrig has been my best friend for 12 years, for those of you who don't know.
13.
13 years. I've only known her for like 40 minutes, though. Like, I just met her this stream.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys can trust me here. She's good people. And you'll get a plethora of content and rage when you watch her. Dooz11's here. He says, there's a small frog. Hello, Jeb. Look, guys. It's hopping. I don't want to click it because it'll make me fight it. So I'm just going to click Jeb. It's hopping. Anyway. Dooz11 says, want good potatoes mashed? Use garlic margarine instead of butter.
Garlic and mashed potatoes is amazing. And garlic in a lot of things is...
If you want good food, talk to my dad. He is a fantastic cook. He's not great at anything else, but he can cook.
I would just put butter and garlic in it.
Garlic butter. There you go. Adenium says, I do love a good rage. Well, there you go. Go watch Wintrig. She can get some good raging.
Adenium followed. Thank you.
Yes, thank you guys. It's bad enough that one village sacked, but to spend the following night in a quillboar cage? I'm glad you were there to help, Miro. Speaking their language, the quillboar are attacking because they perceive weakness. Strength is the only language they understand, so we will show them strength. Makaba withdraws a large horn from his satchel. This is admittedly crude work, but it'll do. Bristleback leaders use horns like these to challenge one another for dominance. Miro, I want you to challenge the Bristleback champion Sabersnout to single combat, defeat him in front of his followers, blow the horn at the Bristleback challenge ring due south of here. Blow the horn at the horn challenge at the Bristleback challenge ring and defeat Sabersnout. They're gonna give me a cape that is better than what I got ish. Not really. It's about the same actually, except It just has worse stats. Alright, and then we can talk to Twain.
I think it's Tawani. Twain. The children you see here were all rescued from Barajo when the fighting started. I'm trying to track down their parents. One of the refugees you rescued from the Quillbor recognized the strongest child as belonging to Courage and Mars Sternhorn. Moreover, he said Courage was camped at the Fields of Blood just north of the Tarajo massacre site. Luminol and Miro, please go there and tell Courage Sternhorn that his child is alive and well.
Okay, so Black Trife, thank you very much for the host. I really appreciate it. As always, I hope your weekend is going excellent. Deuce11 says, "Oh gee, thanks. I was also good at working on cars too, you know." And Adenium, this is what's called a corrupted firehawk. It's a bird.
Less rare than the actual firehawk.
Yes, the actual firehawk.
I can ride.
Yeah, when Jake showed them the actual firehawk.
Yeah, hold on.
So yeah, mine's
blood.
Yeah, mine's the corrupted. Hers is the pure blood, and that's what the it looks like uncorrupted.
Mine's like bigger.
It is. That's weird. All right.
Haha.
I'll press spacebar. They're the same animations, but yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so do you want to go southeast for a Curious Bloom or southwest for Speaking Their Language and A Family Divided?
South, because there's 2 quests there.
Okay. We're gonna go beat up Saber Snout. So, Quillbors, for those of you who don't play World of Warcraft, are basically boar people. You can't play as them, they're not a playable race, and they pretty much only reside around these thorns in the Barrens. You don't really see them anywhere else in the world.
My mount.
Oh, sorry, did I say Adenium? I meant Magmo. I apologize.
What about Magmo?
Oh, Adenium says they're cute, but I wasn't the one who asked. What is this? Blood Elf has come to challenge mighty Saber Snout. I will make example of Blood Elf. Prepare yourself. Soft for face.
Don't do that sound. Don't like it.
Well, tell these guys not to have those sounds. Strong enough for boar apocalypse? Possibly. You survived the boars? I must break you now. Well, look at the quick, they're running away.
Okay.
But Windshak's riding one of the rarest mounts in the game right now, as far as I know. It's called Invincible. It belonged to the Lich King.
With a lot of rare mount.
Windshake and I used to go hunt and collect rare mounts. I don't hunt them as much as she does, I guess, but I hunt and collect legendaries. And I'm only missing one in the game that I can think of that isn't from Legion.
Pets.
That's true, she does collect pets. She woke me up in the middle of the night during Cataclysm so I could get a rare pet.
That's true.
Courage listens intently and then falls to one knee. Alive! My son, boy still lives. Praise to the Earth Mother. I still have a son. Courage composes himself. Warrior, my boy's mother didn't make it out of Tarajo alive. I will avenge her death, even if it means my son grows up without either of his parents. Alright. The Alliance scorches a trail of murder across the Barrens. We must stop them here or there is nothing left for us. Across the fields of blood there are a number of strategic hills, marked by wooden towers and natural grey banners. Or neutral grey banners. We must take hold of these hills if we are to slow the Alliance advance. Look for the towers to the north, east, and south of what is left of Tarajo. Claim a neutral flag and defend the hill against counterattack.
May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
Tatterneck Steelforge.
Speak, friend.
Meet the new boss. Our defense of the Barrens hasn't gone well under Gar'dul's command, Mearo. Garrosh has sent Warlord Bloodhilt here to take control of the situation. He's here in camp, and if you want to make a good impression, you'll demonstrate some initiative. Head east into the fields of blood and seek out Northwatch recon units. Bring the new Warlord a stack of their merit badges, and it will help you make a name for yourself.
Go forth to victory.
It's not really initiative if he's telling us what to do.
Well met.
If you seek the vengeance on our Alliance invaders, you would do well to observe the fiercest of predators in the Barrens. The lions that stalk amongst the tall grass do so with cunning, stealth, and power. Learn from their examples and you will understand the kind of war we need to fight. Hunt the plains prowlers and pride mains. Then return to me and discuss what you have learned. You will often find them in the shade of large trees.
Go in peace.
Alright, lots of stuff for us to hunt. Collecting everything is fun. Yeah, I love collecting things in MMOs. Tends to make me happy. But before the most recent expansion came out, I had almost all of the legendaries. I was just missing one, unless you count the 2 capes I didn't get in MOP, but I don't count those because I got their equivalents. Most of the legendaries I got were actually after the current content, but 2 of them I got during their content.
Aside from capes.
Aside from the capes, yeah. So I mean, if you count the capes, then 3 of them, but... Oh, there are more merit badges. Alright.
Where do you get those?
Not from this guy, apparently. There's one over there. Okay, we gotta kill it. Specifically, the Northwatch recons drop them, but these guys apparently don't. Crushing Bash. Armor reduced by 50%. Well, that sucks. There's this guy over here that I saw that dropped them. I thought the other ones might, but I rushed in too quickly. Your friend's stepdad plays a lot of WoW? There's one. Did you get one too? Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
You also don't have a PC? That's why you sometimes stream from your PS4. I gotcha. When I'm streaming through my PS4, I'm actually going through my capture card for it, just because I don't like the random pauses that the PS4 will throw into a few of the games. I don't think there's any more dudes over here. Like there was a scene where in Final Fantasy X where it was like cutscene, recording is stopped because cutscene is prohibited, and I'm like, well, my Elgato is just like, hey, I'm gonna keep recording because that's what I do. These Taraho looters look like just Defias bandits.
Hmm.
Ah. Storm Stouts are kind of like the Kodas that Corns ride. Kind of, but not really. Here's a field banner. Excellent. Oh, they're putting up little defenses. I don't know how effective that'll be, but alright. Elixir of Giant Growth. Welcome back, Megwell. So, Megwell, what was it like living without power for a few days?
I don't know what it's like. When there was Hurricane Sandy, my power was out. If you remember.
I do.
Sucked.
So what we're doing right now, everyone, is we're defending this banner against Alliance attacks, which seem to be primarily human and dwarf. There we go. We won.
Alright.
Let's go turn in our quests. You're gonna play Persona 5, but it gave you them 20 minutes of blackness. Apparently, some people's PS4s have issue playing certain games, and apparently, from what I've been reading, it's due to the music in the game, and sometimes it just prevents images. That's weird.
Been expecting you.
So you held your ground. With tenacity like yours, we may yet drive the Alliance from our lands.
Go in peace.
Okay.
Brawlhall.
You look like the type of warrior who gets things done. What news do you have from the field? Bloodhilt looks at the badges, then allows them to spill from his hands onto the sands below. His lips curl open into a toothy grin. Now this is what I like to see, warrior. This is... what is your name again? You will go far here. Miro, you have proven yourself on the field of blood, but the Alliance still threatens our torn friends. The siege machinery outside the gates of Mulgore is like a spear aimed at our heart. I want you to go to the gates south of here. Remove those siege vehicles from play. Here, use these sticky bombs. They're courtesy of our new goblin allies. It looks as though they stuffed the explosive powder into what looks like grease-covered socks, but they'll do.
Strength. Greetings.
Oh, yes, I see a cunning in your eyes that was not present before. Well done, warrior.
May the eternal sun shine upon
Alright, should we run up to the overgrowth and turn that in?
Sell stuff up. Where? Oh, there it is.
you. How may I aid you?
Was Magmo here when you were talking about, like, how people should follow me or whatever? Or is she already following me?
She may already be following you. If not, Megmo. Go do that. You won't regret it, I promise.
I know what Denium did, which was very nice. Thank you.
Magma says, "Oh yeah, I was going to do that. Oh, I'm gonna go follow now." Okay, let's go blow up these siege engines. You got a huge puzzle book that you got?
Thank you for following.
Thank you for showing Windtree some support, you guys.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying every PS4. From what I've been reading, some PS4s, for whatever reason, won't stream certain games, and it's because of the music. And whereas other people have absolutely no problem. But I never had that problem because I have an Elgato. And while Elgato might not be the best when it comes to capture cards, it's treated me pretty well. Yeah, it's strange. Technology does some weird things sometimes, though, right? Like, I know I mentioned Windtree buying a computer earlier and getting it, and it just blue screening. But there's points where you can buy something new, like a new computer, and it just, for whatever reason, something in the technology is bad, and it just won't work. Even though, from every test perspective, it looks like it should work fine.
It was a good computer, too.
It was.
Except for the fact it wasn't.
Yeah. Why did Gar'dul allow the Alliance to create such a buildup of heavy siege vehicles? Why wasn't a strike ordered until I got here? Gar'dul will have to answer for this. Very good. Now should they storm the gates, they will have to do so with infantry. Do you think they have the stomach for that? Possibly? Look at this. Look at this shield. It's just a fucking slab. It's not even that great looking. Anyway. Englands. Okay, well, they're not great looking. So which one sells for more? This one sells for 4 copper, and this one sells for... Are you still seriously giving me stuff that sells for copper? Taking back to Raho. Outstanding work at the gates, Miro. The main body of the Alliance force is in general retreat, but I'm not satisfied. They sacked Raho, which was little more than a hunter's camp. This alliance is unmasked at last what it really is. A renegade bunch of butchers. Even now, a group of humans linger behind it to pick at the bones of smoldering Taraho. Bloodhilt hurls an axe into the dirt. Make them suffer. Kill 8 Taraho losers. Alright, we can do that.
For the horde.
Does this person have a quest? They do.
How may I
With
aid
the
you?
immediate threat gone, can you help with some grim business? We Tauren do not bury our dead. We prepare the body for its return to the elements and place it at our sacred grave sites. Those killed in the Taraho massacre have had no funeral. And I worry misguided Alliance soldiers will burn the bodies of the dead before the proper rites have been performed. Luminol and Miro, please take this totem to Taraho and perform services for Kulmu, Tran, Yanada, and Amusa. They didn't make it out of there.
Goodbye.
Well, obviously, why would we be performing funeral rites for people who are alive? Like,
Preemptive funeral rites.
people would be like, what the fuck? Why?
It's just to ensure that if they do die, then the funeral rites are already complete.
And they'd be like, do you know something I don't?
Am I gonna die? Yes. No. You'll. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Well, technically, yes is the correct answer. For anyone.
In the immediate future, possibly not.
Possibly so.
Possibly so. Alright. I think we're making pretty good progress to the Barrens so far. Oh shit. This thing had its wall ripped out. I'm gonna go fight this guy. I ran to wake up the others when the attack hit. Were they able to escape? I tried to fight up the soldiers with a skinning knife.
Well, and that's why you're dead.
Probably not a good idea to use a skinning knife. Chances are that was an effective choice of weapon. Welcome back, Fluffy. How was your game? Yanada. There's a lot of looters here.
Yeah.
This guy's dead just out by the campfire. Or, yeah, by the fire. No, stay with the others. Escort them north away from the fighting. I will stay with the Rivalrons. Escort and cover your escape. Go. Wait, is it over? I've been through... of course, I understand now. I'm expected elsewhere. I can feel the embrace now of all things. The Earth Mother's eternal peace. Thank you.
You make him sound evil.
What? How's a voice evil?
That voice is like an evil voice. I don't know.
He's a ghost. He didn't have a throat anymore, so it just came out sounding that way. Hi. Hello. Hey. My chat is just full of hellos to Fluffy, Adenium, and Magma right now.
Oh, my chat's full of nothing.
Sab, why are you being rude? Why not say hello to Fluffy, Magma, and Adenium? Excellent. I'll have their bodies strung up along the Gold Road as a message to the Alliance. Desolation Hold Inspection. Thanks to you, the immediate threat is over, but my work here in the Barrens is only beginning. Honor's Stand was captured and Daraha was sacked while Warlord Gar'dul was in charge of the region. The war chief has sent me here to clean up his mess. I would like you to ride into Desolation Hold to the south in advance of me and let Gar'dul know that it is time for a reckoning. Talk to me when you are ready to leave and I will assemble my vanguard to accompany you.
Be safe.
Alright, I guess we'll do that.
Well met.
Have their spirits found peace with the Earth Mother. Thank you.
May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
Vendetta point. Alright, so I guess we'll do this with this dude.
Magra.
Are you ready to ride into Desolation Hold as my vanguard, Miro? Gar'dul may try to give you a runaround. Let him know his judgment is coming.
May your blades never dull.
Hey, look at that, we're riding a wolf. I have no control over this, it's just... Oh, shit. You got a guy wolf with you, but a guy on a wolf. I got a lady orc on a wolf. Excellent.
Oh.
Because I'm not paying attention. I'm just messing with you, Sab. There's a new route for Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 100% run. Is that like a speed run you're referring to, Fluffy? Majora's Mask is probably my second favorite Zelda game. For those of you who don't know, Sab is a friend and a member of my FF14 raid group. He plays a Lalafell Black Mage, exclusively a Lalafell Black Mage. Basically, he is our sacrifice. Actually, no, he's not. We have another Lullafell in the group right now. They're usually our sacrifice. Except for on the first boss of Deltascape. Sab used to... Yeah, Deltascape. Remember on Alt over Right, Sab would slide off the fight almost every time, every fight? I started to believe he was just doing it on purpose because at that point it was tradition.
I really didn't notice that happening.
I think he mentioned it.
I don't know.
Zug Zug.
This is Desolation Hold, warrior. Here we bide our time until we're ready to strike back against the Alliance. I'm here on behalf of Warlord Bloodhilt, who wants you to know he will be arriving shortly. Warlord Bloodhilt? Garrosh's pet? There's no need for him to be here, as you can see. Tell him I have the situation well in hand. I'll be sure to tell the Tarajo refugees that. Those that lived. But supplies have been tight. I've got a manpower shortage. Tell Bloodhilt that, tell him yourself. He's almost here.
Babu.
Gar'dul breaks into a sweat. Look, let's not discuss this here, in front of the men. Changing of the Gar'dul. When Bloodhilt arrives, I'd like to, talk in private. Can you accompany me to make sure that things stay on the level? This Bloodhilt is, he's a loose cannon. Gar'dul tries to compose himself. Meet me atop the northern tower, and we'll talk with Bloodhilt together. Alright, so first, let's go grab the flight point of this.
Blood and thunder.
That would be weird.
Yeah, and then we're not gonna pick up these quests yet.
No?
We're gonna do them, but we're not gonna pick them up yet because we got a bunch up there we still gotta turn in.
Oh, that's true.
So let's wait to do this one. Let's just, why didn't you give me the flight point?
Strength.
Let's
and
fly
honor.
back up to Vendetta Point, then run up to the other Earth.
Strength.
Why not fly up to the other one too?
Because Hunter's Hill is past it, and they're both about the equal distance from each other.
Oh,
So at least Hunter Hill, we don't have to deal with the hills.
sure.
Sav says, I was about to say, I'm not the Lullafell sacrifice, but I did sacrifice myself on Susano. Fluffy, you have braces or just a retainer? I never had braces, but I went to school with someone who did, and they hated them. They said they were the worst.
Yeah, I never had them either.
Get out of here, cats. I don't want to fight you. So yeah, these quills, essentially, these giant thorn bushes are where the quill boars hang out. As you see, they make their little huts up on them and everything. And that big rise of land you see in the distance, that's Mount Hyjal. Unfortunately, it doesn't render all of it.
Damn, you can see it from here.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Mount Hyjal is significant to the lore because that's where the World Tree used to be. It got destroyed at the end of Warcraft 3 when Archimonde tried to grab onto it, and then they used its power to destroy Archimonde. Unfortunately, the World Tree got sent with it.
What brings you here?
Have you taken the bristlebacks down a peg or two? What? He attacked you with a dozen boars? I guess Quillboar have their own ideas of what single combat means. Still, the bristleback will be reeling after the blow you delivered. It will not be long before a new champion rises amongst them to stir up trouble, but at least this buys us some time to get these refugees relocated safely. Thank you, Miro. The survivors owe you a great debt.
Go.
For the horde!
Deep wounds. What is that? Your devastating revenge also cause bleed damage. Sweet.
Yes.
I wanted braces, but they were expensive. I kind of like the gap in your teeth now. You can use it as a water gun? What? Please don't. Please don't do this thing. Your father's a dentist. One of my good friends is a dentist. She actually just finished university for it and has already got her, not her own practice, but she's already working as a dentist. The nightmare scar. That's a name that doesn't inspire confidence. Alright, here's Neralex, the druid we helped in Wailing Caverns. Fuck off, Outgrowth. There.
How may I help?
As druids, we are tasked with protecting the balance of nature. My life's work has gone against this. In my folly, I've sown chaos, and this deviant crop must be reaped before it spreads further. What happened here? Did you know that the Barrens was once a lush forest? Thousands of years ago, before the first sundering, it was verdant and thriving, watched over by the Kaldari. But when the continents were torn apart and this land became separated as what we call Kalimdor, this valley of nature became a harsh, sun-scorched plain. When I first learned this, I saw it as a great tragedy. I decided I would find a way to regrow the forests once more. How? While studying the land, I discovered a cave that stretched deep beneath the earth. These waterways carried underground rivers for miles beneath the parched savanna above. I named them the Wailing Caverns for the howls made by the wind and steam as they coursed through its depths. This would be the instrument of revival, I thought. The water had already bubbled to the surface as small, lush oases throughout the Barrens. If it was enhanced, this could spread across the entire land. So what did you do? My plan was to connect these underground waters directly to the Emerald Dream itself. With my faithful disciples, I journeyed deep within the Wailing Caverns, settled into meditation, and entered the dream. Through my own body, this world was connected to it. It was there that everything went wrong. What happened? I came upon what I can only describe as an overwhelming corruption within the Emerald Dream, an unending nightmare that seized me in its claws and tore at my very mind. I could not break free of its grasp. My disciples were unable to wake me. Whatever this corruption was, it found its way into our world through my body. I did indeed channel its energies into the Wailing Caverns, and its horrible influence twisted the wildlife here into chaotic, deviant forms. Even my disciples were affected. Their minds overcome by madness and savagery, they took on forms of serpents and called themselves Druids of the Fang. How did you escape? I was saved by my last disciple, Muyo, and a band of adventurers. I considered the entire incident a failure. It wasn't until the cataclysm occurred that I realized I'd been far too successful. When the Barrens was cracked apart, a great fount of underground water was breached and flowed up to the surface, full of energies it was imbued with in the Wailing Caverns. Life immediately sprung from the earth around it, and the animals thrived, and then it continued to grow. Uncontrollably, unchecked. Now I have to answer for my arrogance in thinking I could dictate the flow of shape and nature myself. This overgrowth must be stopped before it chokes out the natural wildlife energy.
Till next we meet.
Curious Bloom. I'm extremely busy, warrior. Samples from different parts of the overgrowth? These will be immensely helpful, yes. Thank you, warrior. And biological intervention. The energies unleashed here have surged through the wildlife, twisting them into powerful, unstable forms. If allowed to spread beyond this grove, these deviates will wreak havoc on the existing ecosystem, devouring local prey and driving out the weaker natural creatures. We must go call the population of the overgrowth. Return when this task is done. Kill 5 deviant terror. Don't worry about those later. And this person, Muyo.
Peace, friend.
I have few ideas on how to help heal the overgrowth, warrior. Unfortunately, Neralex is so upset he refuses to take any more chances. Add or subtraction. The corruption unleashed here must be studied if we are to find a way to properly fight it. Luckily, not all the creatures have been as altered as the others. The smaller snakes drink little water and do not eat plants, so their exposure to the energies here has been minimal. They still absorb enough to change coloration. Go collect them, these snakes from the undergrowth, and return them to me, so we can see just what is happening to the creatures here. Last find seeds. There's gotta be a way to cure these poor creatures without having to take their lives. I have an idea, but I'll need your help, warrior. The lash vine plants that roam here hold seeds full of primal energies of this place. Collect these for me and bring them back to me, and we'll see if something can be done.
Ancestors watch.
Time to stop the recording.